So now you have what kind of mistakes do you think that, so you've talked about learning and then investing in yourself. What kind of mistakes do you think your fellow young leaders make over and over again? You've spoken about one of the things, which is they are thinking that they know everything because now they are technologically savvy. Then who can tell me anything? I already know it and whatever, but they don't know that they are not networked as the other people. They don't know that other people are experienced. They call it experience. They don't call it experience for nothing. So what other mistakes do you think young leaders are making or continue to make in their leadership journey?
I think there's this thing called entitlement. I think most of us are so entitled to say, okay, because I'm this, then I deserve this. The world is very unfair, unfortunately. So the mistake of thinking that something must happen because it is you.
It is you.
It's wrong, because had it been the case, I had a degree.
You should have been an economist
I should
somewhere.
have been an economist in the Reserve Bank by now. The other mistake that most people do is saying, okay, I am here, then everyone that is below is of no use to me.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. Now I work for Bejango, I'm chief operating officer, but Bejango started way back. And I met a 17 or 16-year-old boy. Yeah, 16-year-old. I think he was 16 at the time. And he was 16 from 2. And I was the guy that has a degree. I have a house, I have a car, I'm working. And he says, okay, I need to come and be staying with you. We should be doing websites together. I'm like, okay.
You?
Yeah. So I said, come to Lilongwe. When I saw the boy, I was like, because he was using a DB of a roughly older guy. So I thought it was my age mate. Then I'm looking at the boy, I'm like, are we going to do anything here? But because he told me something and showed me, I said, I believed in his dream. I said, okay, we're going to do this, make sure this happens. And through him, I learned how to make websites. I learned how to be tech savvy. And those skills I built from knowing Nohata. Nohata is one of my longest serving friends. So he became my brother. Then 2021, he tells me, no, we're going to build this company. We're going to do A, B, C, D. I'm like, okay, cool. Now I'm working in government. I'm like, okay, continue. By the time he was telling me, bro, we have set this thing up, come see. I was like, oh, wow. So I'm a COO today because I didn't think myself as too big or bigger than someone else, because at the time he was too small. But today he's bigger than I am.
Exactly.
But I have a bigger position in the business because I listened and I humbled myself and said, okay, bro, let's make this happen.
When you humble yourself, you can even learn something from a mad person from the streets.
Yeah.
It takes humility to subject yourself under learning. And I think for me, that's really powerful. But you can see there also the power of collaboration.
Yes.
Where you did not only say, number one, you gave somebody a chance. Number two, you subjected yourself to learning. Number three, you humbled yourself to say, this is a 17-year-old, doesn't even have a degree. I was saying the most talkative politician may not make the perfect cabinet minister.
Yeah.
The most skilled medical doctor may not be the best hospital director. They may get even just a director that doesn't even have any medical background. You know, so your skills say nothing about your leadership abilities, capabilities. But it's about integrity, it's about trust, it's about transparency, it's about how you treat people, your personality, your character. Your character is like a scar.
Yes.
You do not run away from your scar when you have it, unless if you have a tattoo over it. It cascades into every aspect of your life. You know, so you can't really run away from your character. So as a leader, you have to have all of that, those things that you have mentioned, above your skills.
Yes.
So your skills literally get you through the door, like what they did for you when you were an intern.
Yeah.
They got you through the door. But now your personality, your character, how you navigate with people, how you conduct yourself among people, whatever, it sustained you there. And that's why you're able to stay in government in that position for 5 years and expose yourself to all of these things. So now I would want to talk about the transition from you just being a personal assistant, because I know that you were already working on that, maybe part-time, before you fully transitioned there. But I would want to now know the life of now a COO, and if now you are also subjecting yourself under the learning of other COOs that are there in the country, because I mean, that's quite a big position for a young man such as you.
So the transition was swift. I think because maybe I was there at the beginning and I understood how tech, how fintech works. But when I became, because I didn't become CEO, I was first global expansion something manager. Then the CEO, Mr. Morgan Tembo, was like, to need to go
Upgrade.
up, we need to upgrade. Then I became CEO. So at my CEO level, I'm in charge of the operations of the whole business. The business is quite new in Malawi. So we have got so many friction systems or processes. My job is to make them as smooth as possible. So far, so good. I learn a lot from my CEO, Mr. Morgan Tembo. Is very seasoned man in the corporate world. I have got other people that are running the banks. I've got people in the banks. I've got people that are still in government. I know Mr. Chance Simwaka. Yeah, the PS. I still have bits and pieces that I tap this wisdom from. So I haven't just become a COO and said, okay, this is me. I've made it, but it's a learning curve. And when I heard I'm going to be COO, then I pursued my MBA.
Yeah.
So that whatever I learn in my MBA,
You can implement it. I like that you're saying that because we are talking about self-improvement here. I don't think it's the office that is paying for this.
No, I'm paying.
You are saying I have a gap and I want to fill it and I want to do it myself. So it's self-development.
Yes.
You're training yourself. You know that I don't do this. And I'm glad that now you're able to use your economics background. So nothing was ever wasted.
No.
You know, but now you're studying for an MBA.
Yeah.
What can you say about that? I mean, doing school is not easy. I know that.
Yeah.
It is not easy to do school and then combine that with a job, with work, and then you manage your girlfriend and all of that. We are going to talk about your girlfriend later, but how are you navigating between your school and your job?
So my school is I do my schools on the weekends. So Monday to Friday I'm doing office work. But being a COO, sometimes I'm not in the office. But every chance I get to do school, I do school. So if I'm knocking off at 4 and I go home, I'll just eat, sit on my dining set, or do school. I'll read. Sometimes I don't understand things right there and then in the class. So I rely on reading on my own. But it's been a very nice journey. It's tough because to balance work, school, I need to also look for money. And I have got other responsibilities. Like I said, I'm a father too. And I've got an extended family. Yeah.
So looking back, what would you tell the younger Joshua, the one that would be 17, 18 years old?
I'll tell him, please do it first and do it best.
Yeah.
Don't even second guess. If you know you're going to hammer this, hammer it. I've seen it in my exam. You know, in my background, in my education, I used to pass very well when I was in primary school. In secondary school, yes, I would pass because I had to. When I went to uni, I wasn't the smartest kid. But
You're just passing by.
I was just passing by, you know, pass.
Then for at least you are not going for a supplementary exam.
I'm not doing any supplementary exams. But when I came to, of course, when I was doing economics, Professor Masanjara, Dr. Mangan, made me love economics because they taught me very well. But when I finished college and I was out, I was thinking, reflecting, I'll be like, I think I didn't pass because I just didn't put in enough effort. But I knew my learning curve is different from other people. Now I'm doing my MBA. I'm doing the school differently. Like I've analyzed who I am.
You're better.
And I know if I do it this way, I'm going to pass. Me being highest in 2 of my courses, I was shocked. I didn't believe it.
You were highest in your 2 too?
Yes. I'm still thinking about it. I'm like, how did I haven't been highest since I was in primary school.
Do you think you have gotten smarter, or what do you think is happening?
I haven't gotten smart. I've just found out how best I can do school.
Okay.
Yes, I've just found out.
So what you're saying is there's always a way of improving that which you're not good at.
Yes.
It is possible that you were not good at, because I found myself behaving and speaking like an economist, and I always tell people to say, in my whole life, my math has never mathematically. It does not. But I would find myself making a presentation like I'm a seasoned economist.
Yeah.
You know, because that's how much a human brain can absorb.
Yeah.
We limit ourselves. I only know about these things. You know me, I studied sociology, so I only know about this. No. The amount of knowledge that you can get, there's no limits to how much your brain can absorb. So I want to talk about, how old are you now, Josh?
Oh, I just turned 35.
So you're saying that you're now getting pressure to get married and all of that. Do you think that is a challenge that young people are facing, where they're now being forced or driven into getting married before they are ready to do so?
Yeah, I think, yeah, parents do force, but now the pressure is not just parents, it's social media. Social media has made marriage relationships as a big achievement. And if you don't have a man that is doing these things, or you don't have a girl that looks this way, then something is wrong with you.
But how is that possible? Because I've also noticed that a lot of marriages are not staying, they're not being sustained. So people are getting married today, in the next 6-8 months, they've divorced. So what's really going on there? And I think it's, you're observing that between the ages of 24 to at least 30.
Yeah.
This is happening a lot.
I think it all boils down to structure is not gestures. What I mean by that is relationships today, they focus on the optics a lot than what actually really matters. If I am in a relationship today, if I do go out, I'll take the best of pictures and post them. The whole time I'm there, maybe I'm just taking pictures of the food, how we're looking, then we're done.
But you're not having a relationship.
We're not having a
You're not relating.
No, we're being models. So
you're modeling
we are modeling for
society, but not.
Yeah, when we're not building what
you're not building what you have.
What we're supposed to build. So when you marry or you have a relationship, 2, 3, 4 months, 5 or a year, then you'll be like,
So I think you were talking about, and maybe you were wondering why I'm addressing that personal issue, because it has everything to do with everything, with leadership as well. Where if you don't have it together in one area, it's usually very difficult for you to handle it together, to have it together somewhere else.
Yeah, true.
And I had the privilege of traveling and meeting with different kinds of people and all that. And then I discovered that people would frown upon hearing that not only am I married, but I have kids. And they were grown. At that time, maybe they would be 8, one would be 6. You even have kids, and then they're 8 and 6. How? And this person that is speaking to me is like 7 years older than me, but they just maybe cohabiting with their partner, or maybe they just have a girlfriend or a boyfriend somewhere else, but they don't live together, but they're not even thinking about getting married. They're finishing their PhD and all that. So they focus on building themselves first before they can go into marriage.
Yeah.
Our society hasn't done that. We rush to do the marriage first, and then the other things we're going to figure it out later. But that's what that's where the problem is. For example, leadership just can't happen.
Can't happen.
Leadership has to be intentional. You have to work hard to become a leader. You have to prepare for leadership. You just don't. It won't happen as a miracle. It's not. There's no magic wand that will say, now Joshua, you're a leader. There's nothing like that. So a marriage also can't work by just saying, she's male, I'm female, we can,
let's hit it off.
Let's hit it off. You have to build it.
Yeah, you have to build it. And I think it goes a long way, because marriage is different from where I see it. It's different from just dating. You're going to live with this person probably the rest of your life, if
You're lucky.
you're lucky. But it takes a lot of sacrifice. And for an experiment, if you're going to date someone, date them for a year. Don't do this funny posting things or saying my girlfriend is like this. Da, 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 da.
I am laughing. Date them for a year and then don't do these funny things of posting and whatever.
Yeah.
What you're saying really there is build in silence.
Yeah,
We're
build
going
in
to have a
silence.
whole episode on building in silence.
Yeah.
What is wrong with people of nowadays where everything has to be on social media? Why can't you build it? When you take a seed of soybean or of maize
Yes.
and put it on the ground,
And you cover it up.
you cover it up until the time assigned for it
To
to shoot out of the ground.
So,
But when you put a seed down and then you go and cover it,
no, the birds
and
will
then
eat it.
because you want to see it, the birds will see it, the rats will come and eat it and whatever. You're not going to have any seed.
Yeah.
You're not going to have any seed at all. You know,
Yeah.
so it's the same thing. There's a wisdom in concealing when you're building.
Yeah. That's why foundation goes down. The deeper it goes,
The stronger it is.
yeah. So for me, like
So I think for me, that's also a powerful lesson for young leaders that are coming up to say, building, you're going to build.
Yeah.
And for me, I admire, just like I admired the skills that you had, that I didn't have for myself, that I also had to subject myself to learning. You know, remember I would fight about, no, you cannot post this photo.
Yeah.
No, we're not releasing all these photos and whatever. There was a reason I had to. Now I get it.
now
Then
you
I did.
understand.
Now I understand. Then I didn't. But you see, young people, they've just started a company. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Everything else is on social media.
Everything on social
In
media.
under a year, the thing doesn't come up.
Then you have people to explain to.
We have people to explain to them, excuse us. You say this was happening. Where is it?
Where is it?
So the inability for people to sustain something or the consistency in behavior.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is a problem?
Like I said earlier, that people want a microwave kind of lifestyle. You want things to just ta. And social media pressures to look, you're being successful when you're not.
Do you really think there's an antidote for social media pressure? Because, by the way, let me tell you something. Pressure doesn't end.
No, it doesn't.
Even ask your mother. She also has her own type of pressure.
She does.
Even the one that she's bringing to you to say, hey, get married, whatever. It
she's
means
getting it from
she's getting it from somewhere else. Her friend is saying, oh, your son needs this and whatever. Maybe even her friend that has a daughter, something like this. So how do we really build the skills to be internally validated and not be externally moved for you to launch into something that you're not ready to do?
I think people need to learn how to be alone. Yeah, they need to
enjoy their own company.
Yeah, enjoy their own company. I have lived alone for a very long time, and I think I've built that tenacity to enjoy who I am in my own space. And I'm not moved when people hear that I've never had alcohol before. I don't go out. They ask me, so what do you do?
What do you do?
I'm like,
you are weird.
I'm weird. I have a lot of fun when I'm home.
I'll tell you this. I thought I was weird. I told someone, I said, you know what? Do you know that I can spend an entire weekend in my room?
Yeah.
And then they'll say, oh, no, why? Hey, you get bored at home. I said, you know what? If you get bored at home, who is a boring person? You are the boring person. When you leave your house to go to somebody else, you're bringing your boringness to that household because you are the one the boring one. Because if you cannot make yourself happy, nobody else has that responsibility.
Yeah.
I was hearing a certain preacher, I think it was T.D. Jakes. He was saying that if you weigh 70 kgs and then you are expecting that your husband or your wife is going to make you happy, it means you are taking your entire 70 kgs, putting it on the shoulder of that person to carry for you. Yeah. If you cannot carry that burden yourself, nobody else has the right to carry it for you or has the responsibility to carry it for you. Yes. So being alone and enjoying your own company, you discover the aspects about yourself. Because when you are, as a leader, you have to figure things out. Your job is to figure things out. Yeah. You wouldn't figure things out when you are in a maize mill. When there's a lot of noise. No. When there are so many opinions that are coming left, right, and center, impacting on you, impacting on your own decision. You must isolate at some point in your life. Isolate. Go deep into those decisions. So what have you learned in terms of you now navigating? Because I really think this is a huge problem where people are trying to keep up, then they are immersing themselves in deep debt, psychological problems, relationship problems, and several other things that they shouldn't be doing. Why?
This first life is killing so many, because if I do post today that I've gotten an iPhone 17, people that are in my circle feel like, oh, how did he get it? I must get the same iPhone 17.
But they don't know, maybe it's just a gift.
It's just a gift. Or maybe after this podcast, they'll gift me an iPhone 17. So
You don't know.
please don't break your banks. So I, for one, have accepted that there are things that I'll never do, or some things that I'll not get because of where I am at that time.
Yeah.
It's not that I'll never get them, because when I didn't have a job, my friends had jobs.
And you didn't die.
I didn't die. I'm still here. So when I didn't have a car, some of my friends had their parents buy them cars. I bought my first car. I bought a second. I don't even remember how many cars I've driven or bought for myself till today. So time.
It's called values, Joshua. And a person that has values, a leader that has values, not so many people would, they're not shaken, but not so many people would agree with them.
Yeah.
So I tell people to say, there are places I can't go.
Yes.
There are some clothes I can't wear, not because I can't afford them, but because I won't wear them.
No.
You know, and the things I won't do because I don't want to do them. I've purposed it in my heart that this only I will not do. And I will not do it. You know, so you will not. A person that has values is deeply rooted.
Yes.
They are grounded.
You are grounded. You're not
so it doesn't matter. And the realization that your values, they serve you well.
Yes.
They don't have to make sense to me.
No, they don't have to. They don't have
to make sense to anybody else. So whoever wants to come into that circle, they must understand, accept them, or please go.
It's a take it or leave it.
Because if you're not aligned there, it means because I think what is happening now with a lot of young people is they are breaking what is sacred to them to suit the environment.
Yeah.
And then what next? I was telling someone to say, I was raised as a Tonga. And my grandmother, so I grew up with my grandmother almost from the age of 9 to the day I left for college. And she used to say, you don't perform wifely duties to someone that has not paid your bride price.
Yes.
And people think that is teaching girls how to be arrogant. But it's teaching girls how to value themselves. You know, because if in your life it is written that you're going to have 4 boyfriends before you meet the one, so it means you wash and cook for this one, 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 until you meet this one. By the time you meet this one, you have already done it so much you don't want to do it for this one.
Yeah,
you know. So it's about values, and I'm not really talking about washing and cooking. I'm talking about other things, but it's about the values that you hold sacred to yourself that work for you.
Yes,
they don't have to make sense to anybody.
They don't have to.
You know. So I think then there's another thing that I want you to talk about in terms of the relations. For you to do your job. So now you're at PageYangu, you are a COO, but you're also a neighbor. Because when we're talking about leadership, leaders don't just, you were not born a COO. All right. So you're a member of a society, you're a member of a church, you're a member of a football team, you're social Z, you are several other things. And then you also happen to be a COO. So there are various aspects of your leadership or your personality that are divided in those kind of elements. So the one thing that is common in all those spectrum within that is you, your character, your personality. How do you navigate yourself or separate yourself from, so when you are with your boys, that you cannot behave the same way when you are at work. You cannot behave the same way when you're at church, when you're relating with your boss. I think it's some kind of a skill for you to do all of that. When I was minister, I was still part of a praise team. And within the praise team, we had a worship leader. I wasn't a worship leader. When she says we're not singing that song that you want to sing, I have to accept.
That's it.
So I cannot say, I'm a minister. I can. Why do you think? But other people now, they bring their into this,
Yes.
then it becomes a problem. So how do you navigate around that yourself?
I think my experience having to, so in my past, I've worked for Simama General Dealers. I've worked for M1 Electronics. In all these places, I was learning how to be, I'm a person with a degree, but I'm in a shop. So my title or my qualifications didn't make me feel pompous in that.
It didn't make who you are.
Yeah, but I understood where I am and what I was given, and I had to deal with what I was given. Later on, I was upgraded to become a sales and marketing coordinator for NPO National Publications Limited. So this upgrade did not mean that I'm my boss now, then I change, then become pompous around people. No, this is just something that was going to be there temporary. So I've understood life to be situational. You can be here today, then tomorrow you are in another place. Things can change. So I've just understood that if I'm home, I'll be a dad to my kid who play, who chill. When I'm with my boys that are even higher than I am, I'll be a boy. People say you will be a nice boy, whatever. Be the nice boy if you must, because in life it's always hierarchy.
Yeah.
There's always hierarchy. You'll be a nice boy today, tomorrow you won't be the nice boy. You will grow and you learn. What matters is understanding who you are. Don't be a nice boy because you are trying. I mean, it's removing your dignity.
Yeah.
If anything removes your dignity, just better stop. But if you're dignified in whatever you're doing, even if it's a low position, do it. You'll rise eventually.
I like what you're saying there. You're saying don't dilute yourself to make yourself palatable to other people. And number two, never do anything that would remove your dignity because you want to fit into something.
No, you don't have to do that.
And then the other thing that you have also said that is very important is the understanding that I am here now. I may not be able to achieve 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
But there will be a day. One day is one day.
One day is one day.
I shall what? I shall achieve that.
Yes.
But once you are there, you still respect the authority that has been given to you.
Yes, you respect that.
So you will not become disobedient to these people because one day you are going to get there. It's understanding your values, understanding who you are, your calling, where you are going.
Yes.
And saying, I will serve you now. But there's one day where I'm going to be there as well. I think it's a mark of a champion.
Yeah. I mean, it's something that if you do realize it very well and understand it, it removes the pressure or the stress to fight people, it removes the stress to exert unnecessary ambitions. Because the time I was working for Simama, some people maybe wondered, why are you selling diesel for Simama? But at the time, I was like, I don't have anything to do. Are you going to give me something to do?
Give me something.
You're not giving me, okay, I'll work for Simama. Simama paid me, I'll make my money, I'll drive my car around. Fast forward, I can call Simama from here, he'll pick the phone.
Yeah.
And he said, Joshua, how are you? I meet him in airports. I met him in South Africa by the airport. He was so glad. I go to his office. I don't even have to wait in line for so long. He just says, who is there? Joshua, open, come. We chill, we talk. But the people that thought I was doing a silly job don't have the same connection I have with Simama. Simama is my
no
guy.
Experience is ever going to be wasted if you use it very well.
So, and I was never rude saying, no, you know what, I have a degree. One day you're going to need me. No, same thing for Yusuf Chotia, the owner of M1 Electronics. I can call Yusuf today and say I need something. He will say, oh, Joshua, come. Because I respected him. I didn't take it because even the other employees that he had no degrees whatsoever. There were these other Indian guys, but me and them, till today, we have a very good relationship.
So all these add-ons that are coming, the degree, the whatever, they do nothing about who you really are.
Yes.
Who you really are is what is inside.
Is what is inside.
The other lesson I think that you are really articulating very well is about living well.
Yes.
Because all of these people that you're mentioning, if you didn't live well, there's no way you'll still be connected to them.
No, you
know.
don't.
So when you are in a place, when you live well, you're setting yourself up for the next thing that is going to come.
Exactly.
Because eventually those people are going to be important. They come in very handy. Just last week you asked me for this contact.
Yeah.
If we were not talking, there was no way you were going to ask me for that. So it's about how you are relating with people, but also knowing that at the end of the day, someone may be a boss, but ultimately they're a human being.
Yeah, they are.
They are your contact. They are your part of your of your network. Joshua, I really want to thank you so much for making time to come here.
Thank you.
We
very
have
much.
learned so much from you, and I'm very sure that your counterparts have also learned one or two things. Should we need you again, we are definitely going to reach out. Please hit our socials for this podcast so that you can follow what we are trying to do here. Remember, this is a leadership lab by Dr. VK, where we are raising authentic and resilient leaders in Africa. Thank you so much.